Hello everyone, and welcome to my very first Q&A session. I've been wanting to do this for such a long time, and it's so very exciting that I now have the opportunity. Some of these will be a little bit older, the questions that is, because I had been planning on doing a Q&A months ago, like in January of this year. But I don't want to leave anyone out due to time. So, without further ado, let's begin, shall we? First up is Obsidian Skies with the following question. What got you into VTubing and ASMR? A perfect question to start us off. It actually goes quite a few years back. I had a Let's Play channel in 2014, but I didn't really want to show my face, so there was only my voice. Then Facerig came out with their anime-styled avatars and I sold my in! But, again, I had no money to commission anything. I had to wait until Vikatsu became a thing, because my own variations were not working out so well in live 2D. As for the ASMR, that is a good question. Truth be told, ASMR doesn't really do much for my brain, or many of the triggers don't. But, believe it or not, I love to talk quietly, or quieter, and I love to make people feel soothed. Or, in the case of my darker ASMR videos, feel the chill crawl up their spine. So, to sum it up, I love to make people smile, and this is my way to do that. Another great question to start us off with is, what does your name Dapperly Yours mean, by and on? The short version of this stems from the meaning of the term dapperly. Usually it's neat or trim, but can also mean lively and brisk according to thefreedictionary.com. Honestly, it reminds me of how wonderful everyone dressed in the Victorian ages, how beautiful the suits and the dresses would be, and the word's pronunciation itself seems to convey a feeling of nobility and zeal for life. But I digress. The yours part is much more intimate. When creating the channel, I wanted my friends to feel a sense of closure with me. I'm Dapperly Yours. Sort of like ending a letter to someone you're close to. Yours. When you're done watching my videos or going through my channel, a part of me stays with you, even if it's temporary, cheering you on throughout the day. And that's the short version of how I am Dapperly Yours. Next up on our list of excellent starters is Corporal Capuzin's How did you come up with your online persona? Okay, you guys ready for this? All the happy smiles, cheer you on, go team stuff. It's not an act. Yep, cat's out of the bag with this one. I'm fairly much the same offline, though I am much shyer. I'm incredibly supportive and enthusiastic about the ones I care for. It's kind of funny because you'd never really have guessed for an instant who I was in high school, being the huge wallflower that I was. But now, after a couple of years, I know how harsh life can be, and I want to make certain that every one of you knows how important you are. So, if I have to come across as slightly annoying and overly supportive to assure you that someone does care, if you log in tomorrow, that will be me. Every time. We have an Anon who, in summation, asks, have you thought about creating a Discord server? First and foremost, thank you so much for the congratulations. I cannot believe I've made it this far. And secondly, technically there is one? I mean, I've been debating on opening it though, so it's kind of closed to the public right now. Because I'm still fairly short on time, and I don't have the ability to properly moderate one, and I know that that's very, very important. If I were to open up a server on Discord, I would want everyone to feel very comfortable there and very welcomed, and sometimes you might get rotten eggs in that batch, and I don't want anyone to feel down on my server. But you know what? Maybe we'll see how things unfold as I start knowing more people and I get some moderators in there. So the server is definitely filling up with goodies that I've had, kind of piling around in the back of my head, but it's postponed for now, so we'll leave it at that. Next up, Edgardo asks, wanna grab some lunch sometime? Oh, I've waited so long to answer this, but yes! Let's go grab some lunch, Edgardo. Crying Toilet Paper asks, do you give hugs? I do, yes. If any of you have been following me on Twitter, you'll notice that I am overly supportive and energetic and all up in your business about how you're doing. So, I do give hugs and pep talks, and I have this never-ending desire to know that you're all right. Ace's Street and Amori would like to know what my favorite kind of music is. Well, that's one of them. But I enjoy dubstep, chill step, nightcore, electro swing, and Celtic songs. My latest thing, as some people know right now, is Lindsey Sterling. On a similar tune, Anon asks if I can sing or dance. I'm not really all that great at either, to be honest. There are far more amazing singers and dancers out there, like in the Niwatori family. I know I'm a little good at the violin. I'm still very much so learning though. But my voice and violin are both so out of tune presently, I'm not sure if I could string up a song. James Bennett asks if I've played DokiDoki. So, is this the DokiDoki Literature Club? If so, I have not, but I think I've seen screenshots of it. Should I give it a go? Sir Penguin wants to know what's the best kind of cheesecake? Turtle cheesecake. Hands down, it's definitely turtle cheesecake. It's got so much chocolate and caramel and it's so good! Orange wants to know what my favorite games to play are, and if I make up my own esport-like scenarios. So, I'm not so sure about the esport scenarios, but I love to play first-person shooters and indie games. I'm also a huge horror game fan. It's weird though, because I usually, for the big title ones like Resident Evil or Silent Hill, I prefer to watch people play those. But with indie games, I kind of like to play them myself and then get the reaction from them, because it seems like someone's put so much investment in trying to scare me, and that's what I get out of it. But right now, the ones that are taking up my personal time when I'm offline are the Dragon Age series and Elder Scrolls Skyrim. Both are really much older if you think about it, but they're still very near and dear to me. Anon asks my opinion on canned tuna. Gee, I wonder who this is. It's delicious. So good. Either on a sandwich or as a Frito dip. Kato asked the intriguing question, how long does it take on average to make a video? Ooh, I should track that better. But, as an example, it took me about 6 hours to make the Rest in Peace Dapperly Yours video, and that was a little over 2 minutes long, I think? I don't have the best equipment right now, especially since I'm still working off of my old laptop, so I kind of work with what I have. I could make a video of my process, if anyone is interested though. Mekarin is laying down the hard questions here, asking what I'd eat for the rest of my life if I could only eat one thing. Alfredo pasta. It's sent from the gods. If I could only eat in one place for the rest of my life, honestly, it would be Olive Garden every single day. I would, for the rest of my life. Alfredo dipping sauce, Alfredo calzones, Alfredo lasagna. You get the idea, it's my favorite thing ever. And finally, we get to a rather pressing matter that everyone keeps going on about. Lockers. But let's first set the mood for that, shall we?